Welcome to my channel Car Update 2025, where power meets passion and real car stories come alive. Today, I want you to imagine this for a second. The world is going electric, V8 engines are disappearing, manuals are becoming history, and suddenly Cadillac drops a car that feels like a final warning shot to the entire automotive industry. A super sedan that doesn't apologize for being loud, aggressive, brutally fast, and proudly old school. This is not just another luxury car. This is a statement, a rebellion, and possibly the last of its kind. Today on Car Update, we're talking about the Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing, a car that dares to say that driving pleasure still matters in 2025. From the very first glance, the CT5-V Blackwing looks like it means serious business. This is not the kind of car that whispers luxury, it shouts dominance. The sharp LED headlights, the aggressive front splitter, the wide stance, and that bold Cadillac badge all come together to give this sedan a presence that feels intimidating even when it's standing still. On Car Update, we always say that a car should tell a story before it even starts, and the Blackwing story is clear. This car was built to hunt. The carbon fiber details aren't just for show. They are functional, reducing weight and improving aerodynamics, while the massive grille ensures the engine gets enough air to breathe when it's pushed to its limits. Now let's talk about the heart of the beast, because this is where the Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing truly separates itself from everything else on the road. Under the hood lives a hand-built 6.2-liter supercharged V8 engine, producing an insane 668 horsepower and 659 pound-feet of torque. Let that sink in for a moment. This is four-door sedan power that rivals supercars costing twice as much. On Car Update, we don't just talk numbers, we talk feelings, and the feeling this engine gives you is pure adrenaline. Every press of the throttle delivers instant response, a deep supercharger whine, and an exhaust note that feels like thunder rolling through your chest. What makes this even more special is the fact that Cadillac still offers a 6-speed manual transmission. Yes, in 2025, you can still buy a 668 horsepower luxury sedan with a proper manual gearbox. For driving enthusiasts watching Car Update, this alone makes the Blackwing legendary. The manual isn't just there for nostalgia, it's precise, engaging, and perfectly matched to the engine's power delivery. Of course, if you prefer lightning-fast shifts, there's also a 10-speed automatic that delivers brutal acceleration and seamless performance, but the manual option is what truly defines the soul of this car. Performance isn't just about straight-line speed, though, and Cadillac knew that. The CT5-V Blackwing was engineered to dominate racetracks as much as highways. With a 0 to 60 time of around 3.4 seconds and a top speed approaching 200 miles per hour, this car is seriously fast, but what really impresses us on Car Update is how controlled and confident it feels at those speeds. The magnetic ride control suspension adjusts in milliseconds, reading the road and adapting instantly, giving you comfort when cruising and razor-sharp handling when pushing hard. Then there's the braking system, which is nothing short of phenomenal. The optional carbon ceramic brakes are massive, powerful, and resistant to fade, even under extreme conditions. This means you can drive the Blackwing hard, lap after lap, without worrying about performance drop. Cadillac didn't cut corners here, and that's something we truly respect on Car Update. This car wasn't built to impress on paper only, it was built to perform in the real world. Step inside the Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing, and you're greeted by a cabin that perfectly blends luxury with aggression. This isn't a soft, floaty luxury interior. This is a driver-focused environment. The seats hug you tightly, providing excellent support during high-speed cornering, while still being comfortable enough for daily driving. Premium leather, carbon fiber trims, and meticulous stitching remind you that this is still a Cadillac, but a very different kind of Cadillac. On Car Update, we believe interiors should make you feel connected to the car, and the Blackwing does exactly that. The steering wheel feels thick and purposeful in your hands, with perfectly placed controls that allow you to adjust driving modes without taking your eyes off the road. The digital instrument cluster is clear, customizable, and packed with performance data, giving you real-time feedback on how the car is behaving. The infotainment system is modern, responsive, and supports all the features you'd expect, but thankfully, it doesn't distract from the driving experience. Cadillac understood that this car is about driving first, technology second. One of the most impressive things about the CT5-V Blackwing is how versatile it is. On Car Update, we always highlight cars that can do more than one job, and this sedan is a perfect example. In comfort mode, it's quiet, smooth, and refined, perfectly capable of handling daily commutes or long highway drives. The exhaust calms down, the suspension softens, and the car feels surprisingly civilized. But switch to sport or track mode, and the Blackwing transforms into a completely different animal. The throttle sharpens, the steering tightens, the exhaust opens up, and suddenly you're driving something that feels alive and angry in the best possible way. Sound plays a huge role in the Blackwing experience. This isn't an artificially enhanced sound pumped through speakers. This is real V8 music. The cold start alone is enough to turn heads and raise heart rates. As you rev higher, the exhaust delivers a deep, aggressive roar that reminds you why internal combustion engines are so loved. On Car Update, we know sound matters, and the CT5-V Blackwing delivers one of the best soundtracks you can get in a modern sedan. Now let's talk about why this car matters so much in today's automotive world. The Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing represents the end of an era. With stricter emissions regulations and the industry shifting toward electric vehicles, cars like this are becoming extremely rare. Cadillac could have gone the easy route and focused only on electric performance, but instead, they chose to give enthusiasts one final masterpiece. On Car Update, we see the Blackwing as a love letter to driving enthusiasts, a reminder of what cars used to be and what they still can be. What's even more impressive is how the CT5-V Blackwing competes with European rivals. Cars like the BMW M5 and Mercedes AMG E63 are legendary in their own right, but the Blackwing brings something different to the table. It feels more raw, more engaging, and more connected. It doesn't try to isolate the driver from the experience. Instead, it invites you in and demands your attention. On Car Update, we believe that connection is what separates good cars from unforgettable ones. The price of the Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing also makes it incredibly compelling. While it's not cheap, it offers insane performance and exclusivity for the money. When you consider the hand-built engine, advanced chassis technology, and the fact that it's one of the last manual V8 sedans ever made, it starts to feel like a future classic. On Car Update, we often talk about cars that will be remembered, and the Blackwing is definitely one of them. Driving the CT5-V Blackwing isn't just about speed, it's about emotion. Every gear change, every corner, every burst of acceleration reminds you that this car was built by people who genuinely care about driving. It doesn't try to be perfect, it tries to be exciting, and that's exactly why it works. In a world where many cars feel similar, the Blackwing stands out as something truly special. As we move further into 2025 and beyond, cars like the Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing will become legends. They will be talked about, remembered, and admired by future enthusiasts who wish they could experience what driving used to feel like. On Car Update, we're proud to share stories of cars that matter, and the Blackwing absolutely matters. So if you're someone who still loves the sound of a roaring V8, the feel of a manual gearbox, and the thrill of controlling real power, the Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing is a car you need to experience at least once in your life. This isn't just transportation, it's passion on four wheels. Thank you for watching Car Update 2025, and if you love real performance cars and honest car stories, make sure to stay tuned, because on Car Update, the passion for cars never stops.